Hi air signs, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction Manifestation reading. I'm going to start with, first of all, I started doing private readings again. So please, if you're interested in a private reading, click on the link below and go ahead and get your booking time set up, okay? All right, and thank you so much for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. And happy Easter, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to do Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So put the timestamps below if you would like to. I would appreciate it. All right, Spirit and Universe, what are the messages that you have for Gemini this week of April 16th? Gemini messages for love and life this week of April 16th. Gemini messages. What messages do you have for Gemini? Okay. All right, what is, what you want, your focus, where your focus is taking you, advice, and then something additional to consider. All right, Geminis, what is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so something new is getting started. This could be work related, this could be money related, and or it could be relationship related with an earth sign, okay? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, so what is something new is starting, something you feel as if it's being handed to you. In terms of what you're wanting to manifest this week, you could be really wanting to make sure that this thing that's starting in your life, you want to make sure that it is something that is kind of a prized possession for you, and you want to handle it with care. Okay, what you want, the Ace of Wands reversed. So the Ace of Wands is a card of passion and initiation. It can represent a phallic symbol also. So this is reversed. So it's almost as if, Gemini, you want to take all of the passion out of something, okay? And it's actually interesting that these are right next to each other, because earth signs they're the signs of practicality, okay? Tangibility. And so it's as if something new is getting started and you're very excited about it, whatever it is in your life or your love life. Something new is getting started, but you're kind of excited that there's not a lot of passion that's pushing it forward. Okay, it's something that is grounded, it's something that is practical. Okay, and you seem to be wanting it to be that way. All right, and your focus is the World card. All right, the 21st Major Arcana card. So this represents the ending of a phase. All right, maybe in the past there's been a lot of passion and a lot of confusion, emotional confusion behind something. And now this week anyway, it's something that is coming to an end, and the groundedness and the wholeness and the reality of the situation is really starting to settle in. Okay, where this focus is taking you. Okay, this ending of this cycle, this beginning, this is taking you to the Lover's card, all right? This is a decision. Okay, this can be a soulmate card. It obviously represents love, but in a way, it also represents the separation between head and heart, okay? And I like this because passion is all heart, pentacles are all head, all right? So it's just, you're kind of removing the passionate side of something and looking at it from taking your heart and your passion out of it and looking at it from a very grounded perspective. And it's good. It's ending something in a good way and turning something into reality. Okay. And the advice card is the Emperor reversed. Now the Emperor is the card of Aries. It's a fire sign, and fire signs are all passion. They're all action and excitement and passion. They're ruled by their passions. So this is interesting that these two cards are reversed. Okay. So the advice definitely is, Gemini, is to keep the passion out of it. Keep the wholeness and the groundedness. Stay grounded this week. Something additional to consider, the High Priestess. Don't forget to listen to your intuition. All right. Now, this also is important because you aren't going to be listening to your heart. You aren't going to be listening to your feelings and your passions. You are going to be listening to not only your head, but your core. Okay? This feeling inside of your sternum, okay? It can be ruled by passion, but you're going to be listening to it from what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm sorry, Geminis, but you're going to be listening to your soul and listening to your head and making smart decisions about whatever this is. And that is you in a nutshell anyway, Gemini, because air signs are ruled by the head. And so you are very cognitive in all of your decision-making skills, in all of your decision-making. And you do get very passionate, but before making any decisions or before taking any action, you do remove the passion and think with your head. Okay. Interesting. This is a very good reading, Gemini. Okay. Welcome to Easter week. And I hope you have a great week. My May readings will be out shortly, so stand by for those, hopefully at the end of this week. All right. Thanks, Geminis. Let's move on to Libras. Hi Libras, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your weekly Law of Attraction and Manifestation reading. Alright, I am doing private readings. I started doing private readings again, so if you're interested in ordering a private reading, just click on the link below this video. And thank you for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. Alright, what are the messages for Libras in life and love? I'm going to leave that out. What are the messages for Libras in life and love for this week of April 16th? Libras, life and love. All right, Libra, so this is what is, what you want, your focus, where your focus is taking you, advice, and then something additional to consider. All right, Libras, well, for starters, this week, in terms of what you're wanting to manifest or attract into your life, is definitely the ending of some sort of phase, okay? You're looking forward to change, you're looking forward to completion and moving forward, okay? The World card can also represent travel, so you may have travel plans in the works. So this is a good card. There's going to be some endings and some big change this week to something, whatever it is that you're thinking about when you're listening to this reading. Can be life related, love, health, fitness, work, whatever, okay? What you want, the Queen of Cups reversed. This indicates that you want to, Libras, you're really wanting to tone down the emotion. All right. And I just did Gemini's reading, and their reading said that they're going to be taking all the passion out of something, okay, and thinking with their head instead of their heart. Kind of similar message to you, all right? Libras, you're wanting to take the emotion out of something, or something that has been very emotional. Okay, maybe that's why this something is coming to an ending, because the emotion is either gone or you're wanting to remove it from a scenario. Your focus is the Three of Pentacles, Libras. You're wanting to create something new and fresh in your life this week. You're wanting to maybe get involved in additional projects at work. You're wanting to take on maybe a second job, or the Three of Pentacles can represent getting acknowledgement. So your focus is on work, most likely, and getting some sort of acknowledgement this week at work, whether doing well at a project or getting a promotion. Something additional is going to be added onto your plate because you've done a very good job at whatever it is that you're working on. Where this focus is taking you is the Ten of Cups. So doing well at work, getting acknowledgement, potentially, okay, is very emotionally satisfying to you. And it enables you to possibly have maybe a pay raise that will allow you to feel comfortable and emotionally whole, okay? So what I'm really seeing this is, and I'm sorry, Libras, somebody commented on my videos that I say okay, okay, or right a lot after every sentence. So I'm sorry, I'm really trying to cut that out because it's something that's been bothering me and I'm working on that. So sorry if I slip it in there. I'm actually really trying to be aware of my communication, specifically with using those words because they're not needed. So it's as if you're ending a phase and the emotions being taken out of it. It's as if you're kind of pushing forward to get this acknowledgement, to get this raise, or to get this job or this second job or this promotion. So then you can feel happy and let the emotions in again. But for the time being, maybe you're working a lot of extra hours. Maybe you're working a lot to complete a big project at work. And so even though it can be emotional, you're trying to just tell yourself, push through, push through, push through, push through. Because when it's done, we can then be in a very happy place. But even though we're tired, maybe we're cranky, let's let that go. Let's not focus on that right now and push through till the end. And then we can celebrate. Advice is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So this is a card of either not being generous or not being fully satisfied with where you are in life. Because when she's upright, whether she's single or in a relationship, she's not relationship focused. She's not love focused. She likes her life the way that it is. She's very content with her money and her physical belongings, her material belongings. Now, when it's reversed, she's not happy with where she is in life, which is probably why you're trying to get to this next phase so then you can be happy with where you are in life. Not relationship related. Something additional to consider is the Queen of Swords reversed. Again, with the emotions, you're pushing emotions out, Libras, and the Queen of Swords does not have any emotions. She's very strategic, she's planning oriented, and very cognitive. And with this being additional advice to consider, this is saying don't try so hard to keep emotion out of it. Because sometimes emotion can fuel the extra effort that's needed. Okay, sometimes emotion or the emotion that goes into something does allow us to push through to the end. So block emotions a little bit, but not too much. Okay, not too much this week. You still are trying to get something finished. You will be acknowledged for it. And then you can really let the emotions in. But let the emotions fuel you a little bit this week. All right, Libras? All right, well, thank you so much. Enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And then stay on the lookout for my May love readings because those will be coming up in the next few days. All right, thanks, Libras. All right, Aquarius. Give me 1 second to shuffle these. Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius? Also, I have started doing private readings, so if you're interested in ordering a private reading, you can click on the link below this video and get one ordered. All right, what are the messages for Aquarius in life and love this week? What are they trying to manifest, and what advice do you have for Aquarius? Aquarius, this is what is, what you want, where your focus is taking you, advice, and then additional advice. All right, Aquarius, what is the Three of Cups. You are being social, and you are loving it. You're surrounding yourself this week with friends and family. Yes, it's Easter weekend, so it probably is going to be started with a lot of socializing, meals, eating, drinking, and being merry. So congratulations. That looks like a fabulous time. Let me pull these down a little bit. Okay, what you want is the Knight of Pentacles. You want to take things slow. So it may be, Aquarius, that all of this social gatherings and all this social camaraderie that's happening this week is kind of going to make you a little tired. And so as you move into the week, Aquarius, you're really going to want to slow down. Take a more practical approach and be very just slow and diligent through your work, or how you're approaching your love life, or how you're approaching your work or your social life. It seems like it's really starting off with a bang, and it's going to make you want to slow down as we move through the week. Your focus is the Ten of Pentacles. So you want success this week in whatever you're thinking about when you're listening to this reading, life or love related. You're wanting success. You're wanting to reach the end point of whatever it is you're trying to work towards. Okay, financial success, family, surrounding yourself with family, being in a solid, whole relationship. So this week, that's your focus. And with all of this that's happening at the beginning of the week, as you slow down, you're really going to slow down and be more diligent and methodical in how you approach getting to this end point that you want to this week. Now, it may be relationship related, Aquarius, because your focus, reaching this end point, this happiness, this material and success, materialistic and successful comfort that your focus is relating to the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is propositions, it's initiation, invitations. So you're wanting to, in order to get here, this is saying that you, okay, or you could be wanting someone else to approach you with their emotions and to be open and honest with how they feel about you or a situation, okay, or the relationship. Advice or comment. So, the advice card for this week is the Seven of Cups. This is reversed. And I like that this is reversed for you because it seems, Aquarius, that you're really wanting to slow down and settle down. And with the Seven of Cups being reversed, that means you're not out there looking for a lot of options. You're not questioning which route to take or which direction to go in. You've narrowed it down already. It seems that you have your goal in mind this week and you know what approach to take to get there. So this is your advice card. You're aware that you don't really want options. You're not questioning what you want. You already know what you want. Something additional to consider is the Six of Cups reversed. This, especially with Venus still being retrograde, and Mercury being retrograde, a lot of past emotions and past people and thoughts from the past are coming back into our lives. This is being reversed. So this something to consider for you, Aquarius, is that this means that something from the past that possibly you were trying to manifest is not going to manifest. Okay? If you want an ex to come back or if you want a second chance with the relationship, this means that this is probably not going to happen, or the two of you are just in different mindsets. And while there may be nostalgia there, it's not enough to push something forward to get to this happy place. I'm not saying, this reading is not saying that you're wanting somebody back or that they're wanting you back, but it is saying that for sure that's not the direction to go in. It can also mean, excuse me, Aquarius, the Six of Cups being reversed could also mean that you're not in that mindset at all. You don't have nostalgic feelings. You're only wanting to look forward and move and push forward. You don't want to look back at all. And that's good because you're wanting to manifest this and you know which direction and which actions to take in order to get it. All right, Aquarius, well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And my May love readings will be coming out shortly, hopefully by the end of this week, because I need to get those out before I start getting all these private bookings. So just be on the lookout for those. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much. Bye.